Welcome back, you guys. I'm super excited today. I have probably one of my favorite people.
My God.
Tatum, niece. Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for coming.
One of your favorite people.
Yeah. I mean, well, we're going to share the story how we met.
Okay.
Because I feel like it's so good. We'll get there.
Okay.
But who is Tatum? So she is doing, I feel like, everything. You're building a podcast. Mm-hmm. Yes. You're maintaining a long distance relationship. We're going to talk about that.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
All the things. And then I feel like you're really good at showing up for your health and being on top of it. And I need to get on your vibes more because sometimes I'm like, Tatum's at the gym at 5 a.m. That's great because I'm definitely not. Okay. So welcome to the Law of Cassidy, where we talk intimacy, business, power, healing, and we have conversations most people are too uncomfortable to have. I'm Cassidy, and I have spent 2 decades talking about the taboo subjects that most people don't. So if you're new here, welcome. And if somebody sent this to you, you're in the right place. We're going to get into it. So for anyone who doesn't know you yet,
Okay.
give us a little, hi, I'm Tatum. This is who I am.
Oh my God. I am not prepared.
Elevator pitch. There's an elevator right there. PS, by the way.
Wait, that's crazy.
I know. We're in Nashville. I didn't even mention that.
No, yeah. And this setup is if you guys could actually see what's happening right now, it's very cool. Okay. Yeah. I'm Tatum. I like to say my brand is where healthy habits meet explicit behavior. So it's kind of a little bit of everything. Like you said, I have a lot of different things happening. I have the podcast. I'm a mom. I got my certified personal trainer last year. So I did kind of dabbling in that and working with clients also. On my show, I talk about sex, dating, relationship, real life stuff.
Yeah.
I try to just keep it authentic. And that's kind of what I do online as well is I just want to show up being the person that I am. I think one of the best compliments I get is when people see me in person, they're like, oh, you're exactly who you are online.
That's how it should be. I get that a lot too. And I'm like, what are other people like?
Yeah. I'm like, I know. Right.
I have that, but it is a thing because I've been to, I don't know if you've started going to influencer events and stuff.
Yeah.
And at Utah, it's deep, right?
Yeah.
And I don't,
you're like, oh, you're putting it on for the camera.
I don't ever get invited, but when I do, I'm this is wild. Some of them can't even have conversations.
Wait,
they have different, this is the thing. They have different people watching this are going to be like, she's right. They have different personas. They actually have online personas, but then actual, if you think about it though, these big influencers have been doing it for so long that they're just used to a screen.
Yeah.
And I think our dynamic's a little different because not that they didn't live life, but I feel like our momentum was built with people building something where they were just always a screen. And so then you take the screen away and
it's weird social anxiety or something. I shouldn't say weird.
Which is weird because I'm you're in front of the camera all day,
no,
but they
I know.
literally can't. Yes. It's
That's
a thing.
crazy.
So yes, I get that too.
Yeah. So as the way you see me online, chaos that I post is actually who I am as a person, which is fun. It's a good time.
And I think it's important because it's authentic. And I think that's what people are drawn to you about. And then when they meet you in person, they love you even more because they're like, oh my gosh, she's actually who she says she is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I like to do a rapid fire.
Okay.
Because I feel like the world needs to know you.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, yes, you should share. What is your Instagram handle, TikTok or whatever, all the things. So they can
Tatum
find you.
Zoe with 3 E's, TatumZoee. That's me on basically everything. I try to keep it uniform. But Instagram is my biggest platform. That's where I post the most. That is literally just me living my life online is on Instagram.
I feel like we can get away with the most on Instagram.
Yeah. And then the podcast is Girl Stop Talking Podcast on YouTube.
Everyone go dive into that. Okay. Morning or evening workout?
Morning for sure.
Is there a reason why?
I used to be evening, but it was just that's what my life was because my son was a lot younger. And so now since I switched to the mornings, it's just so much better. I just feel like the people that get up and go do it in the morning, it's a different breed of person.
So true. They're not trying to talk to you. They're just there to get it done.
Yeah. It just, you feel the energy, you get the dopamine for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
It's just a great way to start the day. Get up, get out of bed, make your bed, move your body.
Make your bed. I make my bed too.
Yeah.
It's good. Okay. What does your non-negotiable morning look like?
Oh, okay. So I guess it's partly that. Yeah. Like when I'm in my routine, which I love that you were like, you're at the gym at 5 a.m. I have not been at the gym at 5 a.m. all summer long, but I love that. I feel like every time
I see it, you're like, I'm here, but because I feel like you're like, okay, guys, I'm telling you I'm going, so I'm accountable.
I know. Sometimes I do that because then I'm embarrassed if I post online and then I don't go. I'm like, wow, who the fuck am I? Yeah. Non-negotiable. So when I'm in my routine, my morning routine is wake up, don't touch my phone, and then I usually do like vitamins, protein shake, water, gym. And then I don't touch my phone until I get to the gym. And usually the first post you see is like me touching my phone. It's
smart.
Yeah, because otherwise I just get distracted. If I wake up and grab my phone, then I'm on it for 30 minutes and then I'm losing my time. It's true. Like my morning time is just so valuable to me. Mm-hmm. And it's also, it's just precious, you know? It's like I got to get back home before my son wakes up and we have to get him to school and do the whole fucking parenting thing and all of it, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, non-negotiable is just the morning routine of it all. That.
The phone thing's so true too, because I also feel like it disrupts like your brain to actually need to like do what it needs to do.
I think a big thing too is I always feel worse when I'm consuming and not creating. So like,
so true.
It's so simple, but especially like we're creators, mm-hmm. you know, and I always feel better when I'm the one creating the content. When I sit there and find myself scrolling, I'm like irritated and like not happy. The comparison, like all these like fleeting thoughts, and it makes my mindset worse. So
that's why I honestly, and it's true, like people be like, did you see it? I'm like, no, you guys, I get on, I post, and I'm like off because it's like I have to be.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love a doom scroll.
Yeah, I do that too, but then I find myself in a doom scroll for too dooming long.
No, like, I know. And you know what's worse? Sometimes I catch myself when I have the TV on and I'm scrolling on my phone.
Oh, I'm the same way.
I'm like, put the fucking phone down.
It's just crazy that they created a device that has just like consumed so many brains.
That's why you gotta stick it to them and be the opposite. Yeah. You have to be the creator. You have to be the one.
I'm posting, I'm gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
See ya. Okay. We're going to talk about your long distance relationships because I think it's fascinating because some people can do it and some people can't.
Yeah.
So best thing about long distance, nobody talks about.
The best thing, I think just having your own time, I think is the best thing.
Not having a nagging person needing something all the time.
I'll be so for real. Like this is actually part of a conversation that me and my man have been talking about. So I actually haven't lived with a man in a healthy relationship. I've only lived other than like my dad. You know what I mean? Yeah. I lived with my son's dad for a very short period of time, but it was not good by any means. And, yeah, so I think part of me, like, I don't really know what that is like, but I think what I know is I hear from all my like married friends or clients or whatnot. They're always like, oh my God, my husband's out of town. I love it. I love just being home and not having to do anything. And I think that's the best part. It's like, it's one less person you have to think about. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And that maybe sounds selfish to some people, but at the end of the day, it's like I'm a mom. I'm a partner, and then I'm still myself. So it's like I don't have to like think about anyone else. Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
You know?
I mean, sometimes, I love you. Love you, babe. He's like down there and probably hear it. But sometimes when it's like hunting season, I'm like, deuces, see ya.
Yeah.
Love you. I miss you eventually, but it's kind of nice to like, just have my own time. Love it. Okay. What's a topic you've covered on your podcast that surprised you with how much people like responded to it?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like online, I get a lot of like response from butt stuff, you know?
Those are always the best episodes. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think now. I'm like, wait, what was any anal episode I do is like, it pops off for sure. Stupid. That doesn't surprise me though. You know what I mean? I think the stuff that maybe surprises me is like, I think people love my story times. So, and recently I was doing like a new sex position every week. And so I would talk about, so I would like have a position, I would talk about it, share it, and then I'd go do it with my man. And then I'd come back with the story time of, how was it? Yeah.
Like
so,
this. This was not great. My left butt cheek got a Charlie horse. Or
Yeah.
this one was like this was good for the long haul. You know, like there's some that you're just like, it looked so good. And then you're like, it is terrible.
But I think I get the most feedback, honestly, on like friendships, like friendship breakups, talking about relationships.
I talk a lot of that too.
Yeah, I think it's something that's like not talked about a lot, you know, or enough. And we all go through that, but there's not like a playbook or a guideline. Like we talk about regular relationships, but we don't talk about like the intimate ones with our girlfriends, you know? So I think those are also really good episodes. I get the most people will like write in and, you know, give me feedback and ask questions to like share certain stuff on those ones.
They don't give a guidebook on friendship breakups, and sometimes they're like longer than your relationship.
Yeah, and you know, and the intimacy part is the same. Not like sexual intimacy, but you know, it's
pour
like
a lot into it.
Yeah.
And then you lose it and you're like mourning a loss. It's heavy.
Yeah.
I get it. I've been through my fair share of those. Okay.
Yeah. I know. I saw a couple of your videos recently.
We got a little spicy. I don't share names though. You know, we're just here. Okay. Biggest red flag women ignore constantly.
Their own self-respect. I think at the end of the day, you know, it's like you keep taking back the same person that's continuously disrespecting you, and you're kind of like pushing it under the rug.
The toxic cycle.
Yeah. I think I have an episode, one of my favorite episodes, that's called Desperate for Love. And that was like,
I bet that's good.
Yeah, and I was sharing my story of how I realized like the relationships that I was continuously putting myself in was because I was desperate. I was being desperate for attention. I wanted it so bad, and I was willing to give up like pieces of me for it, and it never works. No, it's actually like scary sometimes.
Because then you actually are like tiptoeing around another person because you feel like you can't fully be yourself because you're giving
it
away.
just leads down a rabbit hole of disaster. You know, you put up with way too much, you like make excuses for poor behavior, and those relationships just keep getting worse and worse until they're actually like life-threatening, you know. So
yucky. Okay, so before we get into your story, I want to share with the world how we met.
Okay, I love this. I do this on my show too when I bring guests on. It's like the first thing I do.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I want from your perspective, how did we meet?
Yeah. This is going to be good because I know my perspective and I loved it, but yeah.
You want me to share?
Yes,
okay.
girl.
Oh my God. Yes, give me my moment.
Because I wasn't there. Like,
That's true. Okay.
I was just you know.
You were beat bopping around the bar.
Yeah.
Okay, so we actually met like this time last year. We're at the Stimulate show, and well, that's why we were here in Nashville. I brought my dad with me because last year I had a booth on the floor. He actually like drove from Arizona to Nashville to bring all of my equipment to like set up, which bless him, love him.
Yeah.
That's important to the story. So, and we were going out. So he was here to help me. I also had a co-host at the time that was with me. We were all out one night and we're sitting at the bar. And he's like looking over, it's like busy, there's music, all the things. He's like looking over, like telling me, I think I know that girl. I'm like, what do you mean you think you know her? I'm like, he's not like an online person either, okay?
Whatever, Dad.
Not that I knew anyways. I mean, he's like Facebook generation, I guess. Yeah. I didn't even think he went on there. And he's like, no, I think I see her online. He's like, I have to go say something. I'm like, absolutely not. I'm like, what is she like? What are you going to do? You're just going to go up to her and be like, do you post those sex things online? I'm like, no. Cause the way he was describing you was like, she does like she posts about like sex. And I'm like, you're okay. Listen, no hate, no shade. But like if you were an OnlyFans model, I'm like, Dad, you're not going to go up to an OnlyFans girl and be like, I see what you post online. Yeah. Absolutely not.
But you don't know. You didn't know me.
No,
you didn't even know like what I did was like a thing.
No, I had no
You instantly
idea.
just go like sex brand owner, podcaster, or
father.
OnlyFans girl.
And father.
Yeah.
I'm like, not active father online. I'm like, no. I'm like, what are you even going to say? I'm like, that's weird. Please don't do that. But we were obviously like looking, like kind of catching eyes, you know. And then you ended up coming up to us and you came up to me. It was just I was actually really funny. You came up to me and you're like, oh my God, I know you're here. You do the podcast. You're here with Stimulate. Yeah. My dad was so mad. He's like, not my online crush knowing who you are.
You're like, yeah, she knows who I am, Dad. So good.
Yeah. So then anyways, it was an easy like conversation to be like, yeah, I see your stuff online. And then we kind of connected that way, which was super fun.
And then we took a picture.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so cute. It's so funny. I definitely have like a niched out male age persona that follows me. Yeah. And it's that.
Yeah, it's my dad.
It's your dad. There literally was a guy on the plane. So my team was on a flight, but one wanted aisle, one wanted window. And so there was this person in the middle seat, and the guy in the middle seat's like, what are you guys here for? And he's like, oh, we're here for the, stimulate like the sexual wellness show. And he was like, is that what the TikToker? Is that her? And they're like, and he's like, Cassie, and they're like, yeah, we work for her. And he's like, oh my God. So then he came up after the flight, met my husband, took a picture with him. Yeah. So
said
that's
hello.
It's funny because it definitely is like there isn't an age group, male demographic that follows me.
Well, you're just,
love you all.
Yeah, you're just a hot bitch, talking about sex online. I'm sure they're like, oh my God, who is this girl?
So good. Okay, so I don't feel like I know Tatum before I met you last year. So I want you to share a little bit of like your story. So what did your life look like prior to all of this versus now? And share what you want. Don't feel like you don't have to overshare, but open book. Yeah.
As far as like
how were you raised, what childhood, like just who you are.
Oh my God, I like never talk about this. That's like kind of crazy.
It's kind of deep, I know.
Yeah, so my parents were married and divorced before I was born.
Okay.
And my dad tells the story of like my mom came back knocking on the door. And what's so funny is my whole life he's always been like, don't get pregnant because it just takes one time. And now I listen back to that story. I'm like, okay. Not your trauma talking.
Yeah.
No. So, I've always kind of done the, split homes thing. And God, I don't even know how far.
I mean, what did you want to be when you grew up? Like, what was the original plan? Like, did you have a plan? Like, I was going to be a dental hygienist,
I don't think I had a plan. So, so I graduated high school when I was 17, and then like 3 months later I got pregnant. So I was a young mom, and that kind of was the momentum to like build my life, honestly. Yeah. I've always had like drive, and I've been like super like a go-getter and independent, but that definitely set me up to be like, it's not just about me anymore. I have to do something for myself. So I had my son move back down to the Valley. I was up in Prescott at the time, and then I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I just knew that I loved like beauty and makeup, and I would like get ready every day and do all those things. So I went into aesthetics.
Okay.
And again, like not really knowing what I was going to do, just doing something.
Yeah.
Because I was working, but I was just bored. I'm like, I need to be like, like what's the move, Mm-hmm. I don't ever really remember. I guess when I was a kid, I used to think like I want to be an actress, which is like so funny.
You would thrive, girl.
Oh, I think I would do so good. I saw some voiceovers and I was like, I can fucking do this shit.
Yeah. Sign me up.
So if you know anyone. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. So I went into aesthetics, and then I found lashes. So I'm a lash artist. That's like my day job.
Yep.
I've done that for the last 10 years. And it has been super successful. Love it. It's a great industry to be in. It's provided the life that I have today.
Yeah.
And I'm also just not passionate about it anymore. Yeah. So the last couple years have definitely been difficult. They've been trying to like figure out what's next. Mm-hmm. And I also turned 30 last year. So I feel like I'm kind of having this like identity shift crisis thing going on, which I don't really buy into like 30 being old. That's like not my vibe.
No.
It's just I think there aren't a lot of young people that have already had like a passion and a path and a career for a decade. I think usually people figure that part out in their 30s. They're not doing it in their 20s. And so, I'm kind of like in this position now where I'm like, what's next? What do I want to do? And it's just been like, I've taken some steps back on that and just kind of got more of my time back and kind of been indulging in the slowness of my life because I was like very much in survival mode as a young mom for a long time. And so I'm just like, you know, taking naps at 1 p.m. now and
So good. Kind of jealous.
and feeling safe and secure in my life and, you know, trying to figure out like what's the game plan moving forward.
Well, and sometimes you get the best clarity when you have that downtime and you're not just like chaos.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, and I've been actually thinking a lot about it. Like, I think for the first time in my life, I'm actually not in survival mode.
Yeah.
And a lot of that comes with like the slowness and, you know, my man, he's like, you're like a sleepy girlfriend. He's like, you weren't like this when we met. And I'm like, well, you make me feel safe. I don't know. Yeah. I'm like, I feel safe. I'm just like, my nervous system is relaxed. You know, it's re-regulating itself. And with that comes a lot of naps.
A lot of naps. I'm jealous.
Honestly.
I mean, my nervous system is not regulated right now, and I am definitely not napping. I'm the girl that goes to lay down and take a nap, and I'm like, I could be doing these 18 other things. So I think we're gonna do that.
That's been me the whole time, and I'm just in this point now where I have the time to just, it's okay. Yeah. And I'm like, girl, like this is, nice. I have to think because I do get in my head a lot about just having to do more. Like we have all of these things, but I tell myself, wait, oh my God, I literally just lost my thought.
It's okay. That happens. Dun, dun.
Oh, there we go. We're back. This is what I worked for. This is actually what I worked for.
It's so true.
You know what I mean?
think about like, oh, I can't wait until like everything chills out.
Yeah, I can't wait until things chill out. I can't wait until I can provide for my life and not have to be stressed. That's actually what's happening right now. Awesome. So I have to like, it's just a mindset thing though. You know what I mean? Like you have to look at it from a different perspective because it's not like I'm being lazy or I'm being tired or I'm tired. It's no, like this is what you wanted. You wanted to be able to provide a life for yourself and not have to hustle and not have to be like, what's next? What do I have to do? You know what I mean? It's what do I get to do? Yeah. And right now I get to take a nap.
Yeah. So good. I'm so jealous. I remember loving naps, but now I'm definitely
I've never loved them until now, but because it is hard for me to actually like settle down. Yeah.
Yeah. We're very similar that way, I think. Okay. I feel like you answered some of these in that. That was so good. Okay. Tell me a little bit about your podcast, why you decided to do it, how it's grown and where it's going.
Okay. That's a big one. No, I love it. I decided to do my podcast because I'm just like naturally a storyteller.
You're great at it.
Yeah. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Especially with lashing. I think that's why I did so good as a lash artist. Not only was like the quality of work there, but like it was an experience for my clients. Yeah. Like you build a connection with them. It's an intimate connection because once people close their eyes, they feel like they're not in the room with you. You know what I mean? It's almost like therapy. So in the time in my lash business, I was like, before I met my man, dating, sharing my dating stories.
But that was so good.
Oh, my clients are like, Tatum, you were like insane. I had a lot of chaos life, early 20s, whatever. Yeah. You know, it comes with the territory. And yeah, I remember honestly, like my big inspiration was Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy.
Her.
I know.
Have you seen her documentary?
Yes.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. I'm a big fan, honestly. I started listening to her. When I started, it was her 14th episode. So like from the beginning.
Yeah, OG.
Yes.
Back when it was extra sloppy.
Yeah.
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 I feel like she was like, that she was like
episode.
dirty, nitty gritty. And then now she's kind of like thrown into something. And I'm like, you can still be dirty. Throw it in there.
Let's see it, girl. Yeah. Let's see it. But I get it too. Yeah. You know, it's like
got a
the
brand
growth
persona. But I mean, look at the people she's getting on there. Like,
I know,
it's wild.
insane.
It's so cool.
It is. So that was like my big inspiration. I started the podcast around COVID. I think it was 2021. And I really was just like, I feel like I could do this. Yeah. And my clients were like hyping me up. They're like, you should 100% do this. Like, so then I came up with the name, which is Girl Stop Talking. And it's kind of like a pun and a play on words of who I am as a person because I actually never shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
Yeah, it kind of spiraled out of that. And I really just wanted it to be about relationships and dating and my stories and kind of just real life. And it's definitely, there's been eras of it. It's kind of come and gone since then. It hasn't been fully like active from 2021 until now. Yeah. I wish it was because I did myself a disservice. It would be so so much better if I just kept the consistency. But as you know, it's like really difficult.
So hard. We were talking about that, like podcasts. I think people are like, oh, they just do a podcast. I'm like, no,
you have
like
no idea.
the recording, the editing, like, are you going to pay someone?
The content
are you doing it yourself?
creation.
The content, thinking about what to talk, like freely being able to talk on here. Like, and it's scary. Like I remember I've only been doing this for like 7 months. I started in December, but it's like scary to just like, okay. Like, it's funny because I'm on social, right? And I'm like, I throw stuff, I don't care. Like, it's some stick, some don't, some are garbage, some are great. But like, this was like a whole different level. I'm like, what do you mean I'm on Spotify? What do you mean I'm on Apple?
Yeah,
like,
on YouTube.
Like, okay, like, please listen. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, seriously.
Yeah.
And sometimes like I just be saying shit. And so like my anxiety comes, like sometimes my head hits the pillow and I'm like, am I going to regret what I said? Like, is a clip going to come back to haunt me? I have no idea. I mean, I have gotten myself in trouble a couple of times, like for sharing stories with people's names. And,
I've been down that road.
But you know, you live and you learn.
You live and you learn. Yep. And I mean, I never said like last names, and it was always just like positive. Like, and people like lose their minds.
No,
and
mine were not. Mine were not positive. They also were like illegal things like were happening. But in my defense, the one person I was talking about is no longer with us, RIP. You know, so I kind of felt like, it's not like I was being malicious. No, I was just sharing a story. This is my life experience, and you were a part of that, you know? So.
I forget, like I'll record because I like to do like 4 at a time.
Oh shit. That's intense.
I have a podcast day.
Yeah.
I just like in out. Cause it's hard every week. It's hard. Like, and so I like will forget because I do the 4. And my best friend was like, girl, she's like, she texted me the last one that came out. She's like, your podcast. And I was like, which one was it? And she was like, I was dying. She's like, I can't believe you. And it was just about like friendship breakups and like current situations I've been through and that whole dynamic. And she was like, it was fire. And I was like, okay. Like,
you're like,
okay. All right.
No, you do. You forget.
Yeah. But it's almost like therapy for yourself too.
No, it's like a live diary.
Love it.
Yeah, I know. And do you do solos a lot?
I have been lately because when you don't have a guest and I committed to it, I'm like, I'm doing it. So I have not missed a week since December 24th.
Good for you.
So sometimes it's just me.
That's a whole other level. Like I think a lot of podcasts have guests, but if you can be the one that sits and talks to yourself in a room for an hour at a time, like there's a whole other level to that.
So I call them quickies.
Okay, love.
Yeah. So they range. They're usually around 30 minutes, sometimes 45. Sometimes I can go an hour, but they're definitely shorter episodes because what are you gonna talk about?
Yeah.
Party one. You know what I mean?
No.
But it's not easy.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love solo podcasting. Yeah. So my show is kind of like transitioned through the years. Right now, the last like couple videos that I have been doing, I've been kind of leaning into the tagline I said earlier, like where healthy habits meet explicit behavior. So you're getting like the healthy side of it, the nutrition, the coach, the personal like mindset piece. And then you're also getting like a chaotic story time and whatever, or there's like a topic that I would go about. So that's kind of like, I would start them talking about our wins, like what are our wins this last week. I encourage people to like comment in the comments and share their own wins to like engage the community and stuff like that. I share some of my own, and then I go into the weekly sex position story, and I usually get like kind of graphic. I have this teddy bear that I've had since I was a baby.
Poor teddy bear.
But it's like this big. And I'll use him, and I like use the chair and like demonstrate the position.
Oh girl, you know you're safe with me. I'm hanging out the fucking door and shit. I'm like, I
come up with my own names and and then I like share a little story, or there's like something that's, sometimes I feel like topics will be like placed on me and I'll be like, oh, I think I like need to speak about this. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I kind of just go into like my own thoughts and opinions on that.
Yeah, I like deviate mine too based off my DMs. So I like get a lot like, how do I make her squirt? So I did an episode how to like squirting, like the breakdown, like who can do it, who can't, is it an everything thing, that whole thing. Yeah. But it's funny you said I'm actually, I think I might like try and make some if you're cool with it, some content and be like, this is a Tatum position, and like I'll like collaborate with you and I'll do the video like showing the Tatum position.
So fun.
It'll be so good because I'm like, oh, I'm loving this. And the giant teddy bear, I don't know if you've seen it. I did reels with my daughter's giant teddy bear in the body swing.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, it's funny shit.
That's so funny.
Because it's hard to do content in our niche.
Yes.
They're
Yeah, you have to get
fucking
creative.
assholes,
You have to
dude.
get really
Yeah.
creative.
And I hate.
You're so good at it though. Like you're like innuendos for like things that I'm like, she's so clever. I'm like, I love seeing
You have
your
to
videos.
be creative.
No,
like,
it's so good.
and it's so funny too because
well, with TikTok too, because I don't post. TikTok hates me. I don't even post on there.
It's
honestly.
hard
because they like you can't even wear like a bikini.
No, they're jackwagons. It's hard.
I know.
And then you see like the OnlyFans girls like, and they're fine.
Please make it make sense.
Like, where's the loophole?
Yeah.
Please tell me the loophole.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, rude. But here we are, growing the damn things, doing the
Yes.
things because you all need us.
You need us.
Like they are trying to get rid. I'm like, it doesn't make sense. It's like I feel like I'm fighting a battle with like big pharma.
No, it's literally the patriarchy putting us down.
Literally.
Yeah. That's actually what's happening right now.
I'm like, we're needed.
It's never been so clear. Yeah, we don't actually learn this stuff in school. Like we only learn based off of our experiences, and there's not a lot of people that actually share them. You know, it's like
people can't talk about it.
And that was my thing too. It's like I was always the friend that
Yeah.
was like talking to my girlfriends, and I'm like, you know what? That's what the show. I want the podcast to be me talking to my girlfriends.
Yeah.
I want them to feel like, oh my God, you know, this happened to me, this happened to her, and it happened to me. Like, but she's saying that part out loud. Yeah.
It's real, and they don't have anywhere to go. They're not gonna. No shame on the sex shops, but they're not gonna walk in there like, and they're not gonna get that intimate.
Not a lot. Not everybody.
Yeah. They don't. Especially not in Utah. They're not walking in.
Yeah.
Right?
You're in a whole different.
Yeah.
Do you even have like adult?
Oh
tours
yeah.
and-
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, like when I'm doing stuff, like I was doing a live shopping event, and I wanted to talk about a specific lube, and my people I get product from, it didn't get to me soon enough, so I had to go to Adam and Eve and go.
Oh, okay.
Because I knew they'd have it. And
Yeah.
it was funny. I walked in there and they're like, oh, Cassidy, we found her. And I'm like, I feel like these roles should be like reversed, but hey.
Yeah.
You know? It's so funny. But yeah, they are
funny.
still, I mean, they're still cooking. They're still thriving. And that's something that I've learned, worked with a lot of brands in this industry and what I've been helping create, because what I've built is massive because it's hard to talk about what I'm talking about on the internet and sell stuff, right?
Yeah.
They just meta just like annihilates you. And this space, believe it or not, is very heavy brick and mortar.
Yeah.
They don't fully understand, unless it's like a podcaster, they don't fully understand like e-commerce. And I'm like, when you guys figure this out, it's like gangbusters.
Game changer.
Like so much money. But
Yeah.
it's like interesting because when I'm talking to brands and like working with them, it's like I'm having to go back like 20 years. Like they're so behind on it because they almost were like, well, we can't do it. They're going to take us down anyway. We don't want to do it. And then they're all coming to me and being like, you're so good at doing it without even showing the device or without even saying. I was like, yeah, this is how you're going to win, and you can win big doing this. So it's just interesting because it is for patriarchy.
Yeah.
Freaking
No. Fuckers. They're trying to put us down.
Douche canoes.
Yeah.
They probably just need an orgasm.
Don't
Okay.
they all?
So, we're going to talk about your relationship a little bit. So tell me about it. How did you meet, and when did the distance become part of the equation?
The distance was always the equation.
Okay.
Yeah. So we live in the same state, but like kind of 2 hours apart, give or take. I met him on his boat.
Listen, this bitch and her boat. I'm like, I want to come to whatever lake this is.
Our boat.
It's a good time. She's always having a good time on the boat.
Yeah. So I actually met him on the boat, like out at the lake, which has become like a very sacred part of our relationship because that's like where we met. It was honestly like just one of those synergistic things. I feel like, you know. It was like a meet cute, if you will. So one of his friends invited one of my friends to the boat.
Okay.
And my friend at the time, she was a very chaotic person, like love her like a sister, and she could not be trusted with experiences that she got herself in. Okay. So when she said, she's like, yeah, this guy wants to invite me, or this guy invited us on the boat. Like, you should come out. And I'm like, do you know him? She's like, yeah, I know him. Like, we met, like, she called him Ship Fam because they went to like, they met at a rave, like at a rave on a boat, basically. She's like, yeah, we're on, like, you know, he's Ship Fam. That's what she kept saying. And so I'm like, okay, all right, we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. We end up Ubering out there. It's like an hour to get to the lake, basically, on where we're from. And when we're in the Uber, then she admits, no, I actually don't know these people. And I'm like, and you don't know, like, the boating, like, scene, you don't know who you're getting. You know what I mean? Like, there are dumb ass boaters, and there are people that have no idea what they're doing. And then there are, like, respectful, cool, kind people. There's also big assholes. You know, it's like, you just really don't know. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm walking into.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, yeah, she'd never even met the guy either. And I was like,
wait, what?
The fuck?
How did she get invited on his boat?
He just hit her up on Instagram.
Oh, slid in the DMs.
Which
So
is,
you could be going to a serial killer.
no,
at
I
this
literally
point.
had no idea. And
Awesome.
luckily it ended up working out great. My man was staying there. He had like an RV down there and he was actually camping and stuff. And so, yeah, I remember like walking into the RV and I actually thought there was another girl there too. I thought they were together. And that was just an assumption. But I do remember like walking in and he's like shirtless, tan, and had just like this huge smile. And I was like, oh, he's kind of cute.
I did love that.
Yeah. And then the day went on and we were drinking and whatever. And I remember he like went to hold my hand and we were like riding into the sunset.
Hold my hand?
Yeah, he was like inching his fingers to hold my hand. And I
at
was
least
like,
it wasn't like a booty grab or something.
no,
Like,
and then I stood up and went and sat on his lap while he was driving. And we were like, I remember being like so drunk too, being like, oh my God, this is so hot. We're like,
my titties are just bouncing.
yeah,
in the wind.
we're like driving in the boat into the sunset. Like, yeah, I remember being like, oh my God. But you know what's so funny is I remember asking him how old he was, and I was so drunk that I forgot. So for the first like 6 months of our relationship, I didn't know how old he was, but I knew he was significantly older than me.
Oh, so he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I remember like telling my friends and my clients being like, I just felt like so much time had passed. I'm like, how do I just ask?
Yeah, that is
him?
awkward.
It's kind of weird. I don't think he would have thought it's weird. It's definitely like I'm in my head. And I constructed a plan. I was like, they're like, you got to like get his ID or like something. And I was like, I got to like figure it out on my own. Like, how am I going to figure out how old he is? I'm like, I don't even know. I just got to wait for my moment. And there was like one time we were out eating and we were at this wine bar and they carded me and then they carded him.
Okay.
And the server was like, oh my God, your name is spelled so weird. And I'm like, oh my God, is it? Let me see.
Oh my God, that was
so
your moment.
Sly. Yeah. And then I had to like take my calculator out.
Dude, I'm the same way. I'm like, how many years is that?
I think we're 23 years apart.
Stop it. He does not look that old.
Yeah. He's had some work done. He'll tell you.
okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Great. I mean, it's probably nice though.
He
Because
takes really good care of himself too, you know, and he's super sporty and active and yeah, it just works. It's
probably a lot less games and drama.
Oh yeah, zero. There's none of that.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. We actually like very much we have dealt with a lot of the same like relationship experiences.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like we're the same, but
Women.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that makes sense.
I love
and
that.
yeah, it's been really good. I feel like I've healed in this relationship. Like this relationship has healed parts of me.
You know what that means, right?
No, what does that mean?
That means it's probably the one.
Oh my God.
We were talking about this
fucking better
last
be
night.
the one.
I know, we were talking about
It's been 7 years, goddamn.
I know. Calling him out. No, we were talking about this last night, and when you like know, you know, like when I met, like I knew I was gonna marry my husband, like first like date, like I was like, I'm gonna marry this man.
See,
he probably thought I was psycho, but whatever.
No, I love it.
Here
I
we
hear
are.
that all the time,
Yeah.
but that was not my experience.
Yeah.
I was like, he would say things and I'd be like, you're not even my boyfriend. That's kind of weird. Like, why would you say that? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, but that was not my experience. I did not think, I thought it was going to be fun. I was like, oh, he's like older. He has money. Like, he's so nice to me. This is like a good
But
time.
let's dissect that. Let's
Okay.
dissect it. Okay. You had all this trauma wall up.
Oh,
So
yeah.
of course you're like,
Hard.
you're not my boyfriend. But in
Yeah.
reality, that's actually something good that you don't know. That I mean, I was the same way. Like you don't know how bad something has been until you have something that's so good. And
Yeah.
then you're like, well, what the fuck is this? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure there's signs. And then
Yeah.
looking back, like now you're like, okay. But I always say, we talked about it last night, like if it's easy, it's right.
Yeah.
It's when it's hard, when there's like, it's not like, and even with business too, like I've had to learn some hard lessons of like, if it's bad when you're dating, like in the early beginning of the
Yeah.
business, like
It's not going to work out.
hard pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Listen to the red flags.
Red flag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, long distance, he just lived far away.
Yeah.
Always was that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was always that way.
So what are your, communication wise, like what does the day-to-day actually look like with you guys so you can stay like connected? Like,
Yeah. So, I mean, to touch on the long distance too, we actually, I think it's important to like be intentional with our time. And I think that's why this has worked so well.
Yeah.
And so like we actually see each other still like 3 or 4 times a week.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which, you know, I think would be just like anyone else that's dating and not living together, regardless of the miles, you know? So like he has work down in the valley. He'll come down during the week, and then we usually spend the weekends together. Okay. So that, you know, it's like, we're still seeing each other like frequent. As far as like the day to day when we're not, I mean, we literally, it's like I have a thought and I call him. Like I look at my call log and I'm like, this is annoying. I'm like, we're annoying, you know, both of us. It's cute. I mean, we love each other, you know? So it'll just be like 5 seconds here, 10 seconds here, a couple minutes here. Sometimes it's 10 times a day. We're like talking on the phone. We also like FaceTime all the time. And, you know, it's like we start the mornings and usually say hello and like what's going on. You know, it's just like, I don't know. It's consistent.
So this was something too when my sister like went through her divorce. Is you don't know it's bad until you like know what other people's. And I remember sitting with her and be like, "Tell me about your day to day," because it was just so abrupt that like he was out and she was just like, "What am I gonna do? I have these 2 young kids." Like this, she was literally like, blindsided by it.
Crazy.
Best thing that ever happened to her, right? Yeah. She's like remarried and thriving. But like I remember sitting with her, and this just popped in my brain because this is who I am, ADD squirrel. But I remember sitting with her, and she like, I was like, "What is your day to day?" And she's like, "What do you mean?" And I was like, "Well, how does he talk to you?" And she's like, "He doesn't."
Oh shit. Like,
but people don't realize she thought that was normal.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he doesn't check on you on his lunch. Like he doesn't call you. She's like, no.
We start the morning together and then we have dinner and that's it.
I was like, Shay, that's not, I can say her name. She's my sister. You get so weird. You're like, oh,
I know. Do I need to say that? Edit that out. Clip it.
But I was like, that's not normal.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's not. I was like, no, it should be like that. Like, you know, So it's just crazy. Like
we were talking before this and I said, like, I think it's been really great because we're not complacent. And I think in relationships like that, where you're just so used to, you're coming home, you're living in the home. Like, I think it's easy to get that way. It's easy to get complacent and not be like excited to see each other sometimes either. Right. Cause you're always with that person. So I think like space is good. I'm like a firm believer in a relationship being 3 parts. It's you, it's him or them or whoever, and it's your relationship. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like you still have to have your independence and like do things on your own. And we definitely value that a lot. You know, we're both like very independent people and we've run and manage our own businesses and we have kids, and the time that we do spend together is very intentional and it's always fun. Yeah. You know, but there's a caveat to that too, because it's always fun. So when is it like serious? You know what I mean? I think we were kind of chatting before this, but like where we're at right now is like actually trying to figure out like, are we going to do life together? You know? And it's like, and how is that going to work? And even bringing up those conversations can be difficult because it never feels like the right time because we're always having fun together. You know what I mean? And it feels like more serious and like, how are we going to do this? How are we going to figure it out? And there's still a lot of question marks, which has been kind of the other side of the distance, you know? Yeah.
So I flip that, which we have fun, but it's like, we need to have more fun. Like we've been in such a grind mode for the past 2 years of like, him launching his business, me walking away from the company I worked for 20 years and launching my own thing and launching my own brand and doing this. And it was just like, there was just so much like structure dynamic of like, we're in the grind that we're like, we need to have more fun. You know what I mean? So I feel like every relationship goes through these like moments and dynamics that it's like,
well, and nothing's perfect either, you know? And it's like, I try to like showcase that on my social media a lot too. And I don't really talk about my relationship actually. Like I've done that in the past and it's just was a nightmare. And so I think I have like fears with that. And it's like very sacred to me. So I don't usually talk a whole lot about it. But I fucking lost my train of thought again, girl.
It's okay. We were talking about.
How can I be mid-sentence?
Because we're in Nashville. Let's be honest. Oh my God. I'm like you're boot scooting on Broadway. Like you were just there, and then all of a sudden you're on a mechanical bull. Like I know. Like let's be honest. Like girl, you did good. I cannot last 3 seconds on that thing.
I did a minute and 9 seconds.
That's impressive.
Thank
Were they
you.
like going full tilt too?
No, they were going full tilt, but it was honestly, I'm like, can you pick up the pace a little bit? They were like slowing. It was really slow. Like in my video, I sped it up. Because
you know why you do good is you like know how to do the shit.
I know
This
how to
is so
ride it.
terrible. This is so terrible. I'm going to go there. Hopefully it's safe. I feel like you've probably given a blowjob while he's driven his boat.
I've never done that.
I feel like you're good with like a moving, like I'm like comparing it to the boat. Like, you know what I mean?
No, I am sporty. Okay.
Yeah.
I've never like ridden a real bull, but I have strong thighs. And I was thinking that when I was riding it, I was like, this is the name of the game it's the opposite of the motion that's happening. And you have to lock your thighs in hard. Yeah. No, you know what's funny? No, we don't do any like travel like movement sex like that. He needs to be focused. He's like that stresses him out. He's like, I'm not interested.
Like some people like the like chaos of it, right? And I'm like people love the like, oh, let's go do it where people, and I'm like, there's like a time and a place, but like I kind of like actually can't enjoy it if it's like I know like
if he's like driving, I think he just wants to be focused on the blowjob, not like having to like operate a vehicle. You know, we do have sex on the boat a lot.
I bet
we have coves.
That's hot.
Yes, we got caught almost by.
Are you not supposed to have sex on your own boat?
Well, no, we went out. We were out at like sunset, and we were like in this spot, but there was a huge bass fishing like tournament. Oh my god! And so there.
Why am I not surprised that you find yourself in this predicament? So there I was.
Yeah. And it was dark, and we have like LED lights and stuff on the boat, but the sun went down, it was dark, and we had the lights off. And it is kind of weird if you just see like a boat floating with no lights. Usually people are friendly. They're like, you good? So we were fucking on the seat, and all of a sudden this huge fucking like bass fisherman light like lights up lights up our boat. And he's like, and he like ducks down, and we're literally like sandwiched together, like not moving.
Pretend like we're not here.
He's like, don't move. He's like,
and you're like, they can see my entire ass.
Yeah, like, I'm like, hello. Yeah, we're fine. Everything's fine.
Oh my God. I would die.
Okay, really quick. I have to pause.
Okay.
My shirt just unzipped itself.
Shit. Here, come here. Oh my God, what happened?
I have no idea. Oh shit, girl. I'm so sorry. Normally would not stop mid-recording.
Jeez, that shirt needs a better lock-in. What if you were like on Broadway and it's just like,
well, I don't even know what
titties.
Okay,
we're almost done. We're almost done. We're almost wrapping.
That was crazy. Not
you
my
and I
top,
could yap forever.
No, I know. And
It's
I have
amazing.
nothing going on either. Like we could just be here all day. You want to do 2 episodes?
All day. Okay. A little bit about your fitness journey.
Oh yeah.
Share.
Okay. Just free ball it. I'd kind of dabbled in the gym a lot, like here and there, but never really took it serious. And then I got to the point where I felt so unbelievably uncomfortable in my own body. Okay. And I've always been like a very confident person. Yeah. I've never like, I look back honestly on some like pictures and videos, and I'm like, girl, the confidence you had to be looking like that is crazy. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like whatever, we're always growing and changing, but it got so bad. I started feeling like not confident, which isn't like who I am as a person. And so I'm like, something has to change. Like, I don't understand why I'm like gaining weight. Cause I went through my 20s, like drinking and eating whatever the fuck I wanted and like not having to think about it or anything like that. And then I was like probably like mid 20s at this point, but I started feeling like not myself, and that was really difficult. I tried to like go to the gym and do what I knew, but I didn't have the knowledge. Yeah. And so I ended up investing in a coach, and I worked with a one-on-one coach for almost 2 years, I think, like a year and a half. It was the best thing that ever happened to me. It changed my life. Like if someone's like sitting here listening and you're thinking you want to make changes and you don't know how, or you feel like you're doing all the things, it is worth its weight in gold. Like they're usually expensive, but it is worth it. I mean, for the rest of your life, you have this knowledge and it changes your life.
It teaches you everything. So I don't know if you know this about me, but I used to do fitness competitions.
Oh, did you?
I competed like for 7 years.
That's my goal. 7 years. Oh my God. I want to do one.
I think like 5 bikini shows, 6 bikini shows, like I think 2 or 3 figure, and then we wanted a baby, and the ship sailed, and I was like, okay, I've been doing this for 7 years, and it's funny because most people get in it and then they just like are in it. Yeah. And I got in it and was able to come out of it. It was a great experience, but you learn so much in a way that like society teaches you everything wrong about like diet, exercise, food, like
portion control. Yeah. Like you don't know.
You wouldn't know that you actually are going backwards by starving yourself, right? Yeah. Like you have to be fueling your body for the activity. Like, and you don't learn these things unless you have that type of a dynamic. And it is in fact worth its weight in gold. Yeah. So
it really is. And I know people like a lot of the time the financial part is hard because in order to invest in something, you have to like believe in it. Right. Yeah. And like, it's hard to make that investment when you don't even believe in yourself, but if you can find a really good program and work with someone one-on-one, it is a game changer, but you have to do the work too. That's a big piece of it. And that's something that I've learned as a coach now, is, having to micromanage people around their own like mental health and weight loss. Like you have to want it. Like you have to be in the position where it's like I was like, I was losing a piece of myself and I'm like, I've never felt this way before. Like what the fuck, And you have to do it. And it's hard at first, but then it just becomes your new normal. And like, that's the beautiful piece of it, And so I really felt super passionate about that. I started finding myself like my favorite time, like where I was the most happy was when I was in the gym. Like I just felt good. Yeah. And I loved the routine of it. I loved being there. I like made more friends, and that kind of pushed me to be like, okay, maybe I want to do this and like also help people. Yeah. I think that's a big thing too. Like I've always I've done all these like things like creative, the podcast, like lashing, the fitness, but they all have like a through line, which is helping people. Like in lashes, I help people feel beautiful, and with the podcast, I help people feel seen or validated or, whatever, they can just laugh, whatever it may be. And then with the fitness, it's the same thing. Like I can help change people's lives. Like that's a huge responsibility also. So I just felt really passionate about it. And I got my certification last summer through NASM. And then I kind of started a business, but it's not my end all be all. It's not where I want, like, it's hard. It's literally hard to be a coach because like I said, you have to convince people that, like how to show up for themselves, and that's like difficult.
And then until they hit that like peak part, it's almost like they avoid you because your accountability too. So then it's like building that trust in that relationship and
calling people out, having to call them out on their own bullshit and their excuses. And like, people don't like that.
No.
I remember when my coach did that to me, I felt defensive. I was like, what the fuck? And like made me upset.
Yeah.
But you know what I say? This is like, let me see if I get this fucking tagline right. Okay. This is one of I say it all the time. I will die on this hill. If someone says something, if you get upset by something someone says about you, a piece of you believes that it's true. And you have to sit with that and you have to ask yourself, why am I upset about this? Do I believe what they said is true? And you got to dissect that,
Yeah.
And that's on being fucking self-aware. Okay.
It's a lot of trust me, I've been through a lot of therapy. I've done a lot of healing, a lot of like, okay, I got to work through some stuff and I mean, the last thing that was like life-changing for me was actually last month. And I went to an oracle and did some like deep healing stuff. And she knew nothing about me. And I like walked in and she was like, there's a 4-year-old here. And it was something that happened to me when I was 4.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
And I didn't realize that I was still carrying it. And she explained to me, like, you gotta work through that. That's why all this keeps happening. And it's wild because I would have never thought, because I mean, what happened to me, I mean, I'm open about it. Like, I was sexually abused when I was 4 years old and my parents put me through therapy. And so I thought I was
done with that. You thought you were
I wasn't.
It. Yeah.
And so it was just
it's layered
deep.
Yeah.
It was wild. Yeah. But I was like, I left that appointment and I literally felt 300 pounds lighter. But it's like, crazy. It takes work. It takes money. It takes work. It takes time. But like, if you can really like be self-aware, be authentically yourself, like just
be happy. Like fitness changes your life. It really does. Like we hear it and we see it all the time online. But if you're sitting there and you're like, I want to make these changes, you have to continue to fight for your future self. I say that a lot too.
Yeah.
It's like the person that you're showing up for now is the person that you want to be later. Yeah. And that keeps evolving as time goes on and as you start making those changes and stuff. But yeah, the self-help and personal development of the fitness is honestly like top tier. It's really inspiring, you know.
It's cool. Both my parents have lost like 80 pounds plus. Like they're different humans.
Yeah.
Like my dad's like,
it's not even when it stops becoming about the weight loss, that's when it clicks.
One, it's lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's like my dad was like doing Disney and he was doing Disney hard. And it wasn't like just stuck to the scooter for a few hours and then going back to the hotel. Like my dad was doing Disney and I was like, he gets to be
that's another level too, because
he's with his granddaughter. He's fitting on the rides. You know what I mean? Like that was like the pinnacle moment for me, like watching my parents like be able to do the things.
Yeah.
Cause you don't realize how much they're not able to until you're like in that moment and you're like, these are the things they want to do. You want to spend time with your grandchildren one day. You know what I mean? And you have to, and it took my parents till their 60s to finally do it. And it like changed their life. It's life changing. I love it. So I do a little DMs. We kind of like answer, but I always like to when I have a guest. So this one's about long distance relationships. So perfect. I just met someone incredible, but he lives across the country, so it's a little more long distance than you're used to.
Okay.
Everyone is telling me it won't work. Is long distance ever actually worth it?
Okay, that's a big question. I think across the country could be harder. I do think it's worth it. However, I think if it's across the country, there has to be an end goal. If it's a serious relationship, you know, or if it's moving serious, there has to be early conversations about if we want to be together and do the thing, what does the future look like? Are you moving there? Am I moving here? Like, even if it's just like a fun hypothetical, but like, how is this going to work? You know,
it's almost like they do it on The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Right? Where they're, I know that's fake, but where they're like, okay, well, would you be willing to move? Like you almost have to have that conversation because like we're not going to waste our time.
Yeah. Yeah. Or just let it be what it is. If it's fun, you're having a good time, it's not so serious. But if both people are like actively involved and want it to work, I think you have to have those conversations early. Yeah. Yeah.
It's structured a little different.
Yeah.
It's like almost you go like ahead to be able to keep moving.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I've started my fitness journey 14 times and I quit every time. I genuinely don't know how to make it stick. What am I doing wrong? That's hard. Some deep stuff. I feel like that may be my next question would be like, what have you done? And who have you been working with?
Or have you been working with anyone? I think.
And is it the right person? Because that matters too.
I also think like consistency is continuing to show up. It's not perfection, you know? And it's like I think people will show those images where it's like all these cups and they're like filled at different levels. Like that's consistency. You know, it's not all perfect every single time. So I think like also like what is it that you're doing? I think a lot of the times the breakdown when it comes to our goals is we have a goal that actually isn't realistic for the stage you're at. So that's kind of like, I kind of talk about that with my clients also, you know, like I think you have to like work your goals a little bit. Like if you're failing every single time, you're like, oh, what is it? Yeah. Like what is the structure of what's happening?
Well, and it's what's realistic too. I think that was a great comment because I think that's important when it comes to finding a good person to work with or your fitness journey is fully understanding this is going to royally suck. This is not going to be easy. This is going to take time. I think everybody's just instant gratification. Well, and so that's where I get the 14 times is I wonder if it was just like, you're not getting results as quickly as you want. And
so you're giving up. You have to set attainable goals. Yeah. So like if you're coming, you can't go 0 to 100, right? So it's like, you're not going to be a couch person and then go to the gym 5 days a week. No. That's just not going to happen. You're going to try, you're going to say I failed and then you're not going to do it. So instead do one day. Yeah. 1 day a week for 4 weeks. Did you meet that goal? Then you're creating the confidence in yourself that you are showing up and you can do it. And then you stack. It's like it's a habit stacking, basically. So I think the goal is whatever the goal is, maybe isn't attainable. Scale it back and prove to yourself that you can do these things, and then you add from there.
That makes sense because I think so many people just go full tilt, like
full
diet, full this, full that, and it's just too much. So it's like, okay, start with something. Okay, drink a gallon of water a day. Every day. Yeah. Like literally even start with something like that because you know the importance of, and how that could change some. And then it's like, okay, go on a walk 3 times a week.
I've told my clients, especially with the water, a great tip or hack is every time you look at your phone, take a sip of water.
That's brilliant.
That's what I tell them. I'm like, you need to drink more water.
I need to do that.
That's what we're going to do.
That's good because I'm always chasing water. Okay. Next, I do something called Covet This, and I'm excited. Have you seen this?
No.
Oh, sorry, vagina pillow. Okay, you know the wow. You know the brand Blush?
It sounds familiar.
Yeah. So big. They're in New York.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Are you gonna give me an orgasm here on camera,
dude? So this is called the Rihanna. I always joke and say drop umbrella to make it rain. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's like low, I think.
That's low.
Girl,
oh my God. This is what I can't with toys is because like I will just, oh my God, wait, and it moves.
Yeah.
Like
so
around.
it's like, think of this. How many times have you listen, I masturbated the first time after I read about it in Cosmo magazine, right? Okay. Figure 8. Like, right? Remember the good old days of Cosmo?
Yeah.
And my mom was like, oh, you guys are reading garbage. And I'm like, it's teaching me how to masturbate. Anyways, but like, you know, like this motion? Yeah. Like you get like carpal tunnel. They put that motion in this toy.
That's crazy.
So this is the Rihanna. Okay. So it's actually like a clitoral stimulator. You can use it on titties too if you like.
I was about to do that. Like while you were talking.
Great. You can put it under his balls. He would love that. But like, so I always do a Covet This. So I literally the price, I think it's less than $80 on my website. But yeah, I was like, I feel like you haven't seen this before. So I wanted to show it to you. So what are your thoughts on it?
It looks fun. This is my only thing with toys. I do love them, but I just come so fast. It's like literally, it's just so
You have
quick.
a super clitoris. Like you have like a super sensitive clitoris. Is that the problem?
That's what it is. It's sensitive.
Everyone's is different.
I wouldn't say I'm super clitoris. I would not put that on myself. I'm like, wow, that was so nice. But no. No, it's just very
Some people are
sensitive.
Like that. Yeah. I have a lot of, I hear this all the time. Like people are like it's too much. Like you get sensation of too much. Where me, I'm like, I need a freaking jackhammer plugged into the wall, level 10. Like, so my clitoris is in fact not super. Mine is like the old leathered lady on Forgot About Mary.
No.
Or something about Mary. You know the little,
you have a Teflon clitoris.
But there are people that are like jackhammer girls, right? I get those questions, but like you seem like a very much like. So do you like air stuff, like air technology stuff more? Okay,
that would the
like the lemons,
those ones are good.
Those ones are good. Noted. So she's definitely not a rub and buzz.
Yeah, it would just happen so fast. It would be like fast. We're done. Yeah.
Well, can't you just go again, or do you oversensitive?
It's too stimulating, and not like it doesn't like hurt, but it's almost that sensation of like it's
I get
weird.
it. Okay,
I don't know.
Well, anyone else that likes a good rub down?
I mean, it would probably be great. It looks like a fun toy.
It is. It's awesome. So that's the little Covet This. So before we wrap it up, I always give like a law of Cassidy. I literally put like you're building like multiple things simultaneously and a relationship, which is like really impressive. So I just kind of want you to like share like your last
my little punch to the face about just,
I don't care, sex, life, who you are, like what you've learned. Now you're 30. You're so young.
I know, just a baby. Just a baby. Yeah, I mean, I think we kind of touched on it earlier. I think like a lot of the times I'm paralyzed by my own bullshit, which I think is just a perspective thing. It's like you have all these things going on and I hold myself to a high standard of like, I should be doing X, Y, Z. And I think I just need to like, we all need to sit back and realize, if like you've done all the things, you're probably at a higher level than most people. And like, it's okay to have a break. It's okay to take a nap.
Team nap.
Yeah. I think like I've done a lot of reflection recently over like the last year and trying to just better understand myself. And I think it's important to, you know, continue the relationship with yourself and really understand like why we show up the way we show up, and know that like it's okay. Like learn how to live outside of the survival. I think that's really just been like a big piece of my life right now.
I mean, I'm getting a lot from having you here. I'm like, man, I need to slow the fuck down and like take some naps. Like, enjoy the, you know, because it is. We get caught up in life and stress, and no matter what, there's always gonna be some.
Yeah. And really like being in the moment. I think it's like so cliche, but you know, it's like living in the moment and being present is also like so important.
Yeah. I find myself now when I go out that I'm not taking pictures.
Yeah.
Because I'm fun, in the moment. And then I'm like, I didn't get any pictures.
I know.
And I'm like, dang it, why didn't I? Yeah. So yeah, I do that sometimes, which is good though, because I think also it is a lot because my whole life is on this.
Yeah.
And so sometimes I've noticed as I've gotten older, when I go out, I'm like terrible, like actually taking pictures. Cause
if I'm having fun, I'm not thinking about my phone.
No.
Yeah. There will be like days where literally like 4th of July when we were out on the boat, not one fucking video on my phone. If you saw my best friend's story, I was cringing so hard. I'm like, you did me dirty. I'm like...
I've learned my lesson with that too. Like I have to ask permission. Like I've weeded out a lot of people that I'm like, if you can't accept me for who I am authentically as myself, you ain't my people. So I actually don't need to check that anymore. But you know, for a while there, it was like
trying to navigate all of it.
Yeah. Cause you know, when you have massive following like mine, people get weird.
Jinx.
Okay. Well, Tatum, you're the best.
This was
Please
so
come
fun.
back.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I feel like we could talk about all the things.
I know. I'll have to have you on my show too.
Yeah.
I've been taking a little hiatus because I've really been indulging in the slowness of my life.
Just been napping.
But, you know, but I will be back. So I'll have to have you on. If not in person, definitely.
Girl, I'll come to Arizona.
Do
Golf.
it.
Hello.
Yes.
I'm a golfer.
You guys could come stay. You can come stay in Sedona. We could do like a couples weekend. We need more couple friends for real.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks guys. Until next time.